Out in Kodak, Tennessee, covering the Southern League this week, Melanie Newman today, joined by Mobile, Bay Bears, and Diamondbacks prospect pitcher Matt Koch. Matt, you came out last night for another 7+ inning performance, the same way that you ended the 2015 season. Really, what have you been doing to stay so consistent?
That's the whole thing, is just trying to stay consistent and learning who you are as a pitcher and figuring out that night what's working and what you can do to save the bullpen for that night and go as deep as possible.
Now, speaking with a couple of the staff members, they said, recalling when you first joined the Diamondbacks organization last year after the trade from the Mets, they asked you about your pitching style, and you said, well, I throw a lot of strikes, and sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. Really, where were you able to draw that mentality from?
Just that's how I've always been. I hate walking people. It's just like I'm giving in to them. So I'm going to give up hits, but I'm not going to walk people. That's just how I've always been. Just try to be around the zone and make people put the ball in play, and usually good things happen.
So in moving to the Diamondbacks organization, your training facility during the spring also moves from Florida to Arizona. What were some of the biggest changes that you really saw this year between the organizations?
That was one big thing in spring training. It was just trying to learn the Diamondbacks organization and know what their philosophies is. And going from Florida to Arizona, it's going from hot and humid to hot and dry. So that was one thing, trying to learn how to throw a ball when everything's dry and instead of being sweaty. But it's been a good experience. I love the staff, and all the organization's been great so far.
You mentioned the staff. There's been a huge focus on pitching in Arizona, especially with their recent big league acquirements. How has that reflected down on you?
It's awesome. It's an organization that's trying to win, and they're going to do anything they can to win. So it's a part of an organization I want to be a part of.
Now, the Diamondbacks have taken a pretty different approach from some of the other major league teams, wherein their minor league affiliates have an almost equal focus on winning but also development. Mm-hmm. Do you think having those positions set at the top gives you a little less stress and time to develop?
A little bit. The goal is to get to the big leagues as fast as possible, but I understand the development side too, and just going out every time you get the opportunity to pitch, to learn from your mistakes and what you did well to try to improve your next outing.
In learning from those mistakes, despite a stellar performance last night, the team's still not able to generate hits to ultimately bring you the win. Was there anything that you really walked away feeling you needed to change?
There was a couple pitches that I needed to make better, especially with an 0-2 count with runners in scoring position with 2 outs. You got to make a little better pitch there, but you never take things for granted, and you always try to learn from everything.
Now, the Southern League is one of the most notorious minor league organizations for its pitching. What are you looking at going into the season as far as the competition and yourself?
Consistency. Just build on the start from last night and try to learn from everything and make things better as the season goes on.
Hopefully you'll do just that. Again, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Again, with Diamondbacks pitching prospect Matt Koch out here for the Southern League Baseball and Minor League Baseball, this is Melanie Newman.